Okay, today we're going to talk about some digestion things. Digestion is a very complicated topic, so we're going to touch on a couple of some basic things such as how we eat, some supplements, and how stress levels and that type of thing can impact us. Some of the biggest problems that people have these days is we're not sitting down with enough time to eat our meals. That means that we're rushing around trying to eat, we're under high stress. That high stress really starts screwing with our digestive abilities, but also screws with our insulin levels, that type of thing, and how our food is digested and used in the body. We're going to focus today just a little bit on how that affects the digestion. So when we're under stress, the pH in our stomach can get screwed up and things don't digest fully, which means we start ending up getting digestion and other problems down the line. So really what we need to do to combat this is sit down, relax, give ourselves at least 20 or 30 minutes of stress-free eating. So that means we're not on the run, in the car, sitting down, answering emails, still working, that type of thing. We need to calm down, sit down, eat. That'll help a lot with the stress and the effects that goes with it. Another thing that we can do is limit the amount of water we consume while we're eating. What happens is water dilutes stomach acid. When you don't have enough stomach acid, the food doesn't get digested well. It causes indigestion. We don't get the nutrients we need out of our food, and it has cascading effects. So really what we can do instead of drinking a ton of water is really just use enough water to help lubricate the digestive process so that we can, wet our mouth, help the food go down, and then drink our main quantities of water away from our meals. The final thing is Tums or antacid. These things I could go on forever about. However, what you really need to know is they're terrible for your digestion. While they give some short-term relief, they cause long-term problems. And they really should not be used for any long-term period of time. Really, maybe a couple weeks at most. Off and on is okay, but really you should be looking at why do I need these things rather than reaching for them at all times. There's also the over-the-counter acid blockers and prescription acid blockers that cause even bigger problems. And that's a whole nother video and talk about all of that. But all of these things work towards the same problem of poor digestion, which leads to poor bacterial growth in the gut. And we have bad bacteria that are able to grow in the environment that doesn't have as much acid. What can we do about these things? There's a couple supplements that I love to use. The first one is called Zypan. Zypan is fantastic. It is for that feeling when you eat too much and you just feel like, ugh. Especially Thanksgiving, right? You eat too much and you just feel like it just sits in your stomach. What's going on there is you ate too much and there's not enough stomach acid and it takes forever to digest and just sits there and makes you feel like crap. So Zypan, it has some enzymes in it and some precursors for stomach acid. So when it gets down into your stomach, it helps the acid levels and therefore the food starts to digest and move out of the stomach, getting rid of that full feeling. It's one of my favorite things. I never leave home without it. And it should be in everyone's cabinet for any of those situations. The second thing that we can do is Gastrex. Now, Gastrex is kind of a hug for the stomach. What this product is, it takes the place of your antacid, that type of thing. It is a soothing, healing supplement that contains a variety of different things, but it soothes the stomach, it coats the stomach, and it helps with that heartburn feeling and any of those other upset stomach types of feelings. All of my patients who take it absolutely love it and have even sometimes replaced their antacid medication with it. The final supplement is Enzacor. So Enzacor is a blend of a bunch of different things that provide a lot of enzymes to help you digest a wide variety of foods. So this helps with making sure the food that we eat gets into our body by breaking it down and into the smaller pieces so our body can absorb it. That's what enzymes do. They help the body create an action or an action to happen to break something down or to create something. They just make it go easier. So providing all these enzymes that our body is supposed to produce that may or may not be at the correct levels or having trouble producing at all are there so we digest all our food, giving us all our proteins and amino acids and our carbohydrates that we need to survive. Those are the things that we can do to support kind of general digestive issues. Now, digestion is a major, wide thing. So this is not a cure-all video that answers all the problems. So we'll provide more videos in the future.